Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever you're watching right around the world, it's time for the TRL Singapore Grand Prix as we take a look at the starting grid. No surprises there, it has to be said. And now we actually head to the grid itself. 4 lights, 5 lights, pause, out and go. Kid Byers starting from 9th there off the grid. Can he keep his position heading into turn 1? Here comes HSV. Like a madman through into turn 1, locked his brakes. Kid Byers down to last place. No surprises there either, as Chastity, starting from the back of the grid, moves his way up through the field early on. As we come into turn 3, I think it is, Kid Byers slotting into last place, but there's a bit of a log jam up ahead. Jacko, Senna his army, Cardew, Chastity and Kid Byers all together through this hectic opening lap here at Singapore. A race which always provides us with plenty of action and plenty of drama. As Kid Byers still in 11th though, unfortunately, as we head around this further on in this opening lap now. Slots into 11th. Things starting to settle down now as we head up to the old Singapore sling. Anyway, fast forwarding ahead to lap 6. Kid Byers managed to get up to 8th place. Just about to make a pit stop to change to the prime tyres as Stylin, a recovering Stylin, comes through and makes a move as Senna his army just evaporates there into thin air. Anyway, I wasn't complaining. So Stylin up into 6th place. Kid Byers also gains a place up into 7th. And Kid Byers will have the benefit of the DRS coming down this back straight now. But I don't think it's going to be close enough to do anything about it as Stylin, with that Mercedes-Benz power unit, managing to stay ahead. So not much else happened from here on in as we head to lap 13 out of 15. Danielson, who had an incident, an earlier race incident, was also recovering, the same as Stylin, and he was on the quicker tyre and managed to pass Kid Byers without too much fuss at all. And now it was only Jacko who I think was behind me. I actually was going okay until I had an incident coming across the bridge where I hit the wall and had to do the old 3-point turn, which totally fucked my race up. But anyway, there's the podium then. Rafa, Dubsy, and I think, is that Andre in the Williams? Yes, it would have to be, of course, wouldn't it? After Danielson's problems. Another win. He's having a fantastic year, with no doubt about that at all. And look at that. He sprays it every week, doesn't he? Dubsy there with him. And Andre. Your top 3 finishers from the Singapore Grand Prix, and they all have very white overalls there, even after the champagne. So there we go. Rafa, Dubsy, Andre, who's been showing some good pace each and every week. Stylin, a good recovery into 4th. Cardew 5th. Chastity after starting plumb last in 6th. Senna his army, Danielson, Kid Byers. Jacko there finishing, albeit with a single point, in 10th, and HSV not finishing the race whatsoever. No penalties for Kid Byers. There were a few penalties for the various other drivers. No one, incidentally, in that top 5 getting a penalty. As we head to the starting grid, no mucking around here. Straight to the Malaysian Grand Prix. I thought we were racing at Japan, so I've been practicing that all week. But as you'll see, I don't have a bad run here in Malaysia at the Sepang International Circuit. Starting from 9th on the grid then, same as the last race in Singapore. And lights out and away we go then. Senna his army getting a little bit out of shape in front of me, but I did as well. And Chastity there looking to just stay out of trouble as we see HSV, Danielson and the rest of them streaming down into turn 1. Jacko through like a Kvyat in Malaysia, actually. Didn't manage to hit anyone, which was good. We saw HSV spinning there, and I reckon Dubsy dive bomb Rafa, Stylin all over the place as well. The yellow flags are out as, well, Kid Byers has benefited from all of that. He's now having a battle with Cardew as we come up to the next corner then. Jacko running a little bit wide, maybe a few of them. Oh, there goes Cardew. He lost the back end and just kept going. Senna his army coming through, making the most of that little moment. Here we go, Chastity, look at this. Gets boxed in from Senna his army and manages to get through. Just a matter of millimeters in that one as we come through the double right-hander then. So Chastity in 5th, Senna his army in 7th. I had a good battle with Senna his army over the 2 races, given that we've got pretty similar pace. And I'm looking forward to various other battles I'm going to have with him over the course of the year. So lap 1 then. I don't think there's going to be too many more dramas in lap 1. And I'm just trying to keep the car and all 4 wheels pointing in the right direction, given that I hadn't had any practice for Malaysia as we come up to this fucking pain in the arse corner, one of the most annoying corners in Formula 1. So through there without incident. Now Senna Izami's right behind me, I think, and he's going to look to pass me. No DRS yet. It's not lap 3, of course. As we come through the last corner, through to complete lap 1 of this Malaysian Grand Prix, and the clouds started to come in, but we luckily didn't get any rain, which usually spices some things up. As we fast forward to lap 2, and here's my best Daniel Kvyat impression. Unfortunately there, or fortunately I should say, both drivers coming out of that incident with no damage, but a little bit of a surprise for Jacko there as I give him a little bit of a tap, and look what we missed that. He came across a bit like Vettel and Webber there, the old multi-21 incident on the main straight. But anyway, Senna Izami locking his brakes going through, and I got an illegal overtake there, obviously passing, I must have passed him off the track. But anyway, a good little battle, like I said, with Senna Izami coming through this 2 great corners in Formula 1, it has to be said, the long sweeping left-hander and right-hander, as HSV is right behind me here. And I just sort of move out of the way, let him through. I don't want to hold up my teammate. And I thought HSV had some pretty good pace, and I thought he could go off and cause some problems for Senna Izami and also Jacko as well. But, there we go. Jacko went left. He went onto the grass. Maybe he's been playing too much Dirt Rally. Who knows? He went off as we come through this annoying corner yet again. HSV, Senna Izami, Kid Byers. All together then, lap 5 out of 14. We fast forward yet ahead down the inside of Senna Izami. I managed to pinch a brake, but I keep it all together. Is Senna Izami going to come back at me? I don't know. Fuck me. This is exciting stuff, isn't it? DRS. Here we go. Through to finish lap 5 into lap 6. DRS. Fuel up to Rich. There we go. Straight down the inside, locking up into turn 1, but I get the job done then. As, oh no, the back end comes out. HSV gets a little look on the inside into turn 2. And is he going to do it? We're side by side. You can see him in my rear view mirrors there. Kid Byers having a great run. Now I turn it up to Rich. What was I talking about before? As we come to break now, I reckon I've got him here, HSV. He's right behind me, but I managed to stay in front as we fast forward ahead to lap 8 then. And HSV managed to get back in front of me. I think I had a couple of incidents there. As look at that. There we go, Jacko. I thought I'd put that in there because that was a fantastic move from Jacko, who was recovering from his little Dirt Rally experience earlier on in the race. So 8 out of 14 then, and I'm 8 out of 10. And my engineer telling me to go down to mix 2 for the latter part of this race. And this is the incident between Jacko and HSV. There we go, both off, taking each other off there and off to build some sandcastles in the gravel trap. Didn't bother me though, it put me up to 6th place. Senna Izami eventually did pass me in the latter stages and managed to head off into the distance, but I was happy with 6th place as I come across the line. Like I said, no practice in this race at all, starting 9th, finishing 6th, and it was a good result for me in the end. Also a good result for Chastity as well, the man who rocks up with no practice and just takes a podium, as Dubsy, a well-deserved win. Rafa and the 2 Mercedes cars had their troubles, but Rafa managed to take the win in the end. And Andre also as well, like I said, has been showing some fairly good pace so far this season. So great stuff then. McLaren, Honda, followed by Williams, then Red Bull, getting the job done here in Malaysia. We appreciate your time with us here for this highlight reel, as there are the final results on your screen. Dubsy, Andre, Chastity, Danielson, Senna Izami, Kid Byers, Jacko Stylen, HSV not having a good week in TRL, and Rafa plumb last after getting hit around like a pinball machine. Anyway, that's all we've got time for, folks. We'll see you next time for more TRL.